What's up, YouTube? This is Bystander X89. Guys, today's video I'm going to be talking about things that Konami can do to help improve the ban list and ultimately use the ban list to help improve the game. Alright? Today's date is September 12th, 2018. As of recording this video, we still don't have a ban list. I can just refresh it for you. Boom, still the same ban list as before. I know it's kind of dragging on, wondering when it's going to drop, and I think that's part of the issue right now. Now, the original reason why Konami went for no set band-aids, I mean, they've started giving us a time frame, but they didn't give us any set band-aids, ban list dates, is primarily because is that they want to be flexible in responding to the game. Okay, yeah, I get it. The game has definitely changed over the years. When they first really started the ban list was coming out every 6 months. Every March, every September, we were getting new ban lists, and they were able to regulate the game through those two ban lists a year. It made sense back then because we really weren't having that much product being released then compared to today's version of the game. We get tons of different. We have 4 core booster sets. There's at least 4 extra sets that come out as well. You get the special editions. You get reprint sets. Goes on and on. We get structure decks. We get the legendary hero decks. We're getting speed duel decks later in the year. So yeah, there's a ton of product out there, and there's a ton of product still coming out. The problem with this is that too much flexibility has resulted in Konami not being able to respond properly on the ban list. I mean, we've seen ban lists where the most powerful decks of the format, which really needed to be regulated in a way where they didn't kill them, but yeah, it's been restricted and they've been knocked down a peg. They've not done nothing but give them slaps on the wrist. I mean, I'll give you 2 examples from within the past year. We have Zodiacs and Spirals. I mean, the first list, Zodiacs got hit on, what was it, Rat Pier went to 2, they banned Norden. Alright, Norden needed to be banned for other reasons besides Zodiacs, but it's just because it was being used to help extend the loops in Zodiacs that they had to do something about it. Rat Pier going to 2 really did nothing to the deck. The deck could have taken the hit of maybe putting, maybe Trident or Broadbolt to 1, just to turn around and try to, at least make the deck counterable. On the hands of Spirals, the first list that was on the November list of last year, a lot of players considered it to be a emergency ban list. It wasn't. Konami told us that list was coming. Not before November. We got it in November. So it was actually a ban list, not an emergency ban list. What was it? Quick Fix 1-to-1. They banned the Spiral Gear drones. I mean, it made sense, those hits. But the thing about it is that what happened with the deck. They had, at the time Circuit Break came out, they got Double Helix. And players figured out how to play the deck with just one Quick Fix. And even without Quick Fix. So, in theory, the ban list really did nothing to those decks on their initial hits. I get it. There has to be Konami has to use this ban list and has to have a business side to it. I do get that. They have to use it to push certain products. Last year, Spirit Warriors, there was new 6 Samurai support, so what they bring back Gateway of the 6 off the ban list. It's at 1 right now. I can tell you right now, we're not going to get that card back at more than 1. And it's fine at 1, so, again, going back to Zodiacs, yeah, they weren't hit that hard, so they Konami can continue to, sell the core sets they were in, as well as the Megatins later that year. And then after a few weeks, they hit Zodiacs hard on the ban list. The thing about it is that more and more, it seems that Konami seems to be favoring profits over regulating the game, and that is thrown the balance of the ban list and the game completely off. I mean, if you look at the game right now, the game is not very fun. I mean, a lot of decks are focusing on just extra linking their opponents and not allowing any interaction in which to be able to do that. And I can tell you this right now, I've experienced both sides of this now, and I can tell you right now, yeah, it's not fun. Having a deck built around the extra link, you're so focused on just comboing to get that board built that you're ignoring all the other things that the deck could potentially do. And not only that, but it's not fun for your opponent, because if they don't open up a hand trap, they're just sitting there watching you build a board and they can't do nothing. It's not fun anymore, and it's resulting in a loss of consumer confidence, and that's not good for business. I mean, I've actually seen players look at the ban list and say, this ban list is doing nothing, the game is no longer fun, I'm quitting the game, and they actually go out, sell their cards, and they quit. They don't even bother coming back. And that right there is a major issue, because if older players are quitting the game and we're not getting enough new players into playing the game, the player base of the game is gonna shrink and shrink and shrink until the point where the game's gonna have to stop. And I know a lot of players in the fan base, they don't want this. So I do have a couple ideas to turn around and try to hopefully get the game back on track using the ban list. And the primary thing that I am going to suggest to Konami is they need to go back to set dates when the list goes effective. You have to let the players know when the ban list is coming out. It helps build confidence back in the game, in the player base. It also allows players to be able to invest properly in materials for the game, for the new upcoming format. Now, I can tell you right now, from experience, I've seen players who have actually invested in decks. A new ban list drops out of nowhere, and all of a sudden the deck that is invested in is completely and totally dead. They can't even make the money back selling the cards. So basically, all that time and energy spent into researching the deck, building the deck physically, testing the deck, whether it be online or at locals and regionals, and all of a sudden now the deck can't be played. They just sell the cards, figure that it's a waste of time, and then move on with their lives. And turning new players off like that is also, like I said before, is hurting the game. Alright, now I know that having a set date kind of runs in counter to your flexibility strategy, but like I said before, too much flexibility doesn't allow you to respond strongly enough to the ban list. I also know that the TCG is a lot bigger than the OCG. OCG probably has rooms full of statisticians just analyzing the game on a weekly basis. Here, it's probably just maybe a group of people that work at the regional Konami headquarters. They build a list and they get in contact with the other regions. Yeah, so North America has to contact Europe, Central America, South America, Australia, and they have to basically probably go through Skype or conference calls to basically create a list in which it's balanced and fair enough for the whole TCG. I get that it's going to take a lot of time. I get that there's a whole lot more data in the TCG because of the size of the regions, and that takes up a lot of time to analyze. But here's the thing, Konami needs to be a little bit smarter about this. For one thing, they can actually just turn to the fan base for the analysis. I mean, a lot of the YouTubers, myself included in this, have already analyzed the game. I mean, so it really doesn't take, so it really wouldn't be that much of an issue for Konami just to turn around and possibly start watching these ban list, wish list videos, or watching, videos of YouTubers that analyze the game and how the meta is shaping up. Using all that information and allowing the fan base to analyze it for you, it really doesn't take that much of a train eye to put together a solid list of hits that should happen, and you can probably just turn around and take a look at and probably just avoid the hits that shouldn't happen as well. Which basically can take a little bit of pressure off of these ban list groups in the TCG regional offices. Okay. Furthermore, going off of that, more communication from Konami does actually help. We know that Konami listens to us. We know that Konami has people that goes into forums or social media groups to actually read and listen to what we're thinking about the game. And God bless Julia, she's had to put up with our fan base from the days of the TCG Player forums to the current days of Zodiac Duelist. I mean, like I said before, I thank you for having to put up with us. I know we can't be very easy, and Julia, you're the best. But having feedback from Konami does actually help instill player confidence. One thing I would like to see Konami do is possibly maybe give us heads up on what cards are being looked at for potential hits on the ban list. Make us ponder a little bit. That are they going to hit this card? Is it going to be a limit? Is it going to be a ban? Is it going to be a semi-limit? Make us think a little bit. I also would like to see posts after the ban list drop explaining maybe certain hits that might not be obvious to the more casual player. I mean, last list, Chaos, rank up at your Chaos, Argent Chaos Force or something like that. That was a question that to me, I had me scratching my head for a bit. I mean, I literally had to go to multiple groups just to get the answer that, yeah, Pendulums were playing a lock outside of the FTK, and that's the reason why I was hit. Other things is that I would like to see more official data from Konami, from the various regionals that are being held during the weekends. I personally would I personally would love to see maybe like the top cut of a regional, just a list of the decks. Like seed number 1, they were running this deck. Seed number 2, they were running this deck, and so on and so on. You don't have to give me the players' names. All I need to do is see the breakdown of the top cut and what decks they were running. And if you want to throw in maybe a graphic to help drive that home, like maybe like a pie chart. This fan base loves pie charts. If you don't believe me, go talk to Simo. Yeah, but having that information would be great, especially for our players that are new to the game, because then they can actually study the region they're in and the region that they're in, and look at this data and be able to possibly help prepare themselves better for what the meta in this area is, in the area they play in, is going to be like. I mean, the more, and that right there helps raise the bar of competitive level then at these tournaments. I mean, more open communication helps the fan base put faith back into the game, allows them to confidently invest in the game, and not only that, but it also can help you anticipate player needs. Yeah, to create better ban lists that can actually help really push this game forward and maybe solve some of the other issues in this game. Alright, so those are just some of my ideas about how Konami can just go out and use this ban list to help fix the ban list and hopefully fix the game. Guys, let me know in the comments below any other suggestions that Konami can do with the ban list itself to help improve the game. Let's keep it civil, let's keep it constructive, and let's not devolve into the comments of unban this card, unban this card, unban this card. No, we're not doing that. Actual constructive ideas about how Konami can fix the ban list to help push the game forward. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, enable notifications so you're alerted whenever I throw up new videos. Guys, check me out on social media. Besides YouTube, I'm also on Twitter. I'm also on Twitch. My video's up there. Check me out. So guys, until next time, hopefully it'll be a ban list review video. Peace.